Welcome to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games. Today we're going to continue my guide in Mutant Year Zero DLC, and we're going to do the Under-Ark. I'm going to go at these two pot burners and the pot spawner. Now, you could kill both of these pot burners silently, so why don't we do that? Like separately, like now at this one, now at this one. Why don't we do that? Well, in my game, I'm unable to ambush a spawner if it's all alone. I don't know if this is a design feature, if it's a bug. I am more inclined to believe it's a bug because it's a strange thing, but you can do that. So you might say, well, that's not a problem. Why don't I just leave the spawners there? Well, first of all, it wouldn't be a very good guy if I leave the enemies alive. And secondly, because if you kill the destroyer who is over there in that direction, then it would, once he dies, it would actually alert the spawner. So you definitely need to destroy the spawner as well. Now, so we're going to kill the two pot burners and the pot spawner all at the same time. Now, why am I standing over here and not coming closer? It's because where I'm standing now, I will be able to use loud weapons, but you got to make sure that the destroyer who is currently straight behind the spawner is away. So we need to wait for him to move. He's going to do that soon. And then you need to wait for the pot burner who walks back and forth to come closer. So they do align the times at that eventually, but you might need to wait a few rounds of walking back and forth to get that. So I think it should happen around now because the destroyer is pretty far back. You can see he's just gone behind the tank there and he's moving. And then this other pot burner is going to come and then you can do that. You cannot really move much closer. This seems to be sort of the edge from where you can be. So you want to attack about now. And you want to start at Pharaoh and use Gunslinger. Now, important point is, like I said, this destroyer, let me show him to you. He's straight over here, which is very far. But also, there's another thing, and that's this guy over here. You need to be far enough from him as well, which Pharaoh is right now. But if you move here, for example, to here, it's going to be too close to him. So we're going to make sure that you're really sort of on this edge next to this vehicle. So we're going to move to about this height. And then we're going to use Gunslinger with the Mimir on all three of them. Now the spawner, you always have 2 turns to destroy a spawner, because even if the spawner has the first turn, it's not really gonna do anything. It's not gonna alert anybody. So your focus is to kill the 2 pot burners. So next up, I'm going to move Bormin closer because I don't need to use a loud weapon. So I'm gonna move Bormin to about there, and I'm going to shoot at the pot burner in the back. Now from this position, actually, you would be able to use your loud weapon as well, but we're going to use it next turn on the pot spawner. Selma's also going to be using her silent weapon, so she's going to move to here, which gives her 75% chance. She's going to shoot at this pot burner, and then next turn she's going to move closer to the spawner in a better position, and then use her loud GJR. But right now she'll just use a regular thing. The pot spawner is going to have a turn which is not going to do anything. Then you can start this off with Pharaoh, who can reload and then use her Mimir at the pot spawner because she didn't move from her position.
What do you think about that?
And then you can just finish it off with Bormin, or you could move Selma more in this direction so that she would also be able to use a loud weapon. Okay, done. Next up, you need to go at the pot burner over here. You could kill him from a high ground here, but you don't need it. I'm gonna do it because we can. The important point here is that you use silent weapons, because otherwise that guy over there would hear you, and then we're gonna go at that guy over there after. But first, you can just be here. Like I said, you can go from below or from above. Doesn't matter too much. We're gonna do it from above because why not? Make sure everybody's gonna be using their silent weapons. So we'll start off with Bormin, who's using his ancient pistol. Then we're gonna go with Selma, who's gonna be using her Mimir needle pistol. And we'll finish it off with Pharaoh. He's gonna move a little bit closer and use her crossbow. And he is dead. Now, after this, you want to go at the guy over there. But like I said, you can't ambush spawners on their own, or at least it didn't work for me. So what you're going to need to do is you're going to need to simultaneously kill that guy up there, the pot jumper, with the pot spawner. So that's going to be very important. So the easiest way to solve this one is simply to use Hog Rush. You're going to grab Bormin, who is going to Hog Rush the pot jumper. Then you're going to focus on killing off the spawner. Then you're going to finish off the pod jumper in the turn where he wakes up. So you want to start an ambush. And the first thing you're going to do is you're going to grab a Borman. And you're simply going to hog rush this guy. Knock him out. That might alert the pod spawner. It doesn't really matter whether it does alert him or not, because next up you're just going to be shooting at the pod spawner. So you're going to be ignoring the pod jumper and focusing on the pod spawner. Just make sure you move close enough so you have a shot, for example over there. And because you're on a high ground, you should get a crit chance on the pod spawner with everyone, essentially. Okay, lastly, you want to move Selma. Again, you want to move her sort of closer to the pod jumper, so when he wakes up, we'll have a time to shoot him. And shoot at the pod spawner. You want to use your GJR. Great. Now then the pod spawner has a turn, can't do anything. The pod jumper also has a turn, also can't do anything. So we're going to use the GJR to finish off the pod spawner. And now you can focus on the pod jumper. So you're going to use Borman and shoot him with the Elysium.
Don't it?
You're far enough from anybody else, so you don't need to worry about like, you know, alerting anybody. You're just gonna move Pharaoh closer and finish him off.
Give up now and I'll go easy on ya.
Nice.
Good stuff.
Alright, next up we'll go at the pod spawner and the pod destroyer. Important person here is Selma with the twitch shot. It has to be Selma because she has the alpinist ability and the Aristohat. So she's gonna have a twitch shot. I will show it to you with oh no one fire. You wanna move to about there. Make sure you're far enough from the pod destroyer. And you're going to use a twitch shot, so she has a 100% shot and a 100% crit chance. So we'll start off with that. Right? Then you can use a Borman to finish him off. Keep making sure that you're far enough from him. So you need to sort of position yourself about, probably too close, behind Selma. And he's going to use his GJR to finish him off. Go. At this point, the pod destroyers were going to blow up. Which didn't really do any damage to the pod spawner, but just, yeah. And then we're going to use the Mimir at the pod spawner. Now we need to kill this in one turn. Which you should be able to do. Since you have the bonuses and the crit chances from being on high ground. See, it didn't really do anything, so we're fine. And then we can finish it off like this. Next up, you will want to go with the spot router to refresh your ability. So just silent shots on whomever. Doesn't really matter. You can even move closer. No need for any crit chance or anything like that. I mean, we did get it anyways, but it's not necessary. Need to use our silent weapons. And Pharaoh. We'll switch to the crossbow.
You don't know who you're messing with.
Perfect.
You did it, kid.
Alright, so for this one I'm gonna need to use a double twitch shot. So I need to twitch shot both on Selma and Borman. So Borman, instead of the GJR that we had on him, he needs to now have the boomstick that you get from Big Khan because it does 11 basic damage. So that's what you're gonna need, because then it does 6 damage on the enemy, which is enough. But if you have something that does less damage, then that wouldn't work. So you start this off with Pharaoh, use Moth Wings, and use Gunslinger, so you get a great chance on the bot thing. That's pretty important. So now we do 13 damage to him, so he's down to 27. Then you can use Borman. You're gonna move him as close as possible, so it's about that close. And then you're gonna switch to the boomstick. And you're going to use Twitch Shot on the pot tank. Okay. Next, we're gonna use... Yeah, unfortunately you can't jump on any of these things, which is a bit unfortunate. That's okay. She's going to be using her Twitcher as well, so you need to move her closer again so she gets the best shot possible. And then you're going to switch to the other weapon, to the Elysium, and use her Twitch shot. And the Elysium is doing 8 damage, so it's going to do 16 damage in total. It only has 13 HP, so you're fine. Okay, he's dead now. But you're not done. You need to kill the boss spawn, and you need to kill it this turn, which thankfully is not a problem. But if you took an extra, it's going to take too long. So you're going to need both Twitch shots and Gunslinger for this one. So this is very sort of like a heavy ability-wise fight. But thankfully you're already killing 2 things. So you only need to kill 1 more to revive all the abilities, which is pretty cool. Alright, so I guess that was everyone. I hope you enjoyed this guide. If you did, write down in the comments. And click on the right top to watch the next one, or click anywhere else to get anything else mutant related. I also have a no combat let's play if you want to see the story. Maybe you play with different characters than I do and learn something and you can see what they do.